Hi there, classmates. My name is Zarel, and today I will be talking to you guys about the most horrible human being known to man. And no, I don't mean Donald Trump. We're talking about a man who is born to ruin lives, a man who is the king of causing misery. His name is Ryan Beardsley. This man is the root cause of all evil in the world. He makes students lick the locker room clean no matter how dirty they are. And if you're a guy student and you are over 150 pounds, then you don't want to come to David G. Millen because you will be required to wear a bra on school campus. And if you don't, he will tell everyone in school that you live in a box. Also, try not to get too close to Mr. Beardsley unless you like the strong scent of school hand soap. My classmates, this is a man that you do not want to be near. He's the cause of any and all depression in the world, and I need your help to get rid of this terrible person. Thank you very much for your time.
Now, I think that one thing this entire classroom and possibly even school can agree on is the fact that our new principal, Mr. Beardsley, must go. Based off of personal experiences, mine and some of my classmates, we can all come to the conclusion that he is an awful principal. For example, when it rains, Mr. Beardsley will make you stand outside to get soaking wet while he watches from the inside. Now, this is purely the beginning of his torturous methods. Make sure you're always extra careful around him, because if you do something that he doesn't like, not only will he punish everyone in the entire school, but he'll approach the one who initiated the issue and crack each and every one of their knuckles, whether they like it or not. If you like sports, you might want to stay away from participating when Mr. Beardsley is around. Just about all of my friends are in cross country, and each of them have gotten personally tripped by him when they are running up a hill. Yes, Mr. Beardsley goes through the trouble of following the entire cross-country team up a hill just to trip them and watch them fall. Plus, that's not the only thing that Mr. Beardsley goes through the trouble to do. Every time that he enters a classroom, he takes everyone's mechanical pencil, except for Colton's, removes all the lead from the pencil, then returns it. Luckily for us, the 8th graders, we get to make a shrine for Mr. Beardsley this year. Unless you're not planning on promoting. Yep, you heard me. If you want to promote from middle school to high school this year, you have to make a shrine to honor Mr. Beardsley. And if he doesn't like it, then you stay another year, or 2, depending on his mood that day. So, based off of Mr. Beardsley's actions and absolutely radical thinking, it is for the greater good of the school that Mr. Beardsley goes.
Full of love, but with love there's also hatred and evil.
Woo!
Currently, one of the biggest evils we face is Mr. Beardsley, the father of Colton Beardsley and the husband of Mrs. Beardsley. He may seem like a loving person to those that get a glance of him, but in our eyes, he is the bearer of evil and cause of our pain.
Yeah.
Within these walls, we are forced to spend time with a man that abuses those of us, fortunate enough to have messed up during our cleaning hours, in which he has enforced upon us. We are of less importance than the seats we sit on, and for those of us not of higher class, expect discriminatory acts towards yourselves from Mr. Beardsley, seeing as we don't matter as much as those with a higher income. Oh, and fellow education seekers, remember this. Remember his acts toward us, for there will be a day when he no longer takes the title of principal. That day we will scream with triumph, for this day the sun will shine, and there will be no more manual labor nor mistreatment and fear. The bearing of pain and happiness is not of our doing, of course, leaving us with freedom and creativity and joy. But I have to notify you, patience is key. If we attempt to rid of this demon too soon, he will not fall, so we will wait. And in time, we will surprise him and rid of him so swiftly he won't know what hit.
Good girl.
Created by great people, and without discussion, we can all agree that this is true. David G. Millen, let's imagine that David G. Millen is a developing country, and for the past year, our leader, Brian Williams, has given us many rights and freedom. He has created a democracy, but before he can make this official, he dies in the middle of the year. Ryan Beardsley is now planning on taking over, and is trying to dictate this developing country. He has claimed himself dictator and has made a new law enforcing that rent should go up by 10% because of low income Yeah. In the cause of low-income families,
He's terrible.
he's terrible.
He's
In
a
the
terrible
cause of
person.
low-income families, the country's citizens are in debt, and we all have to become slaves to work off our debts. It's complete
Mr.
chaos.
Beardsley.
Who agrees with me? The same thing is happening here at David G. Millen, except it's different. But you get my point, right? Mr. Beardsley cannot make rent go 10% higher, but he has forced us to pay his bills. He is dangerous, and he is planning on enforcing a new rule that says that everybody has to wear skirts that are down to your ankles. We cannot tolerate this, ladies and gentlemen. Am I right? Am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, Beardsley must go.
Good.